Hello. I just boiled the kettle for exactly 60 minutes. That's how long it took to boil the kettle. I have arrived in Nicaragua. I'm going to post this before, I've got a backlog of vlogs of about 5 weeks. I've been to 2 other countries since you last saw me. But I can't force myself to edit, it needs to happen naturally. But I feel really cool to make this video. It's the summer solstice where I am tomorrow. I've just arrived in the middle of nowhere in Nicaragua. I've had a very, very eventful start to Nicaragua. I was taking a shuttle from Honduras to Nicaragua. Right, I need to stop saying Nicaragua. I've just learnt how to say it properly now, I can't stop saying it. A dog came up to me at the service station. He was really cute, but he looked a bit feral, I'm not going to lie. It was my own fault. He came up for cuddles, stroked him, maybe a bit too long for his comfortability, her comfortability levels, and she bit me. So I spent my first activity in Leon was the hospital. But I had a good day. The hospital was quite fun. I didn't need the rabies vaccine, but there's just been thing after thing since arriving in Nicaragua. And I really think the universe, God, Jah, divinely intervened because I was supposed to be volunteering this week. But summer solstice, my body is calling for rest, for nature, for solitude, for silence, remote location. And if it wasn't for that dog bite, I wouldn't have booked this place. So thank you to the dog. She was really cute. Let me have a sip of this tea before it goes cold because I'm not standing there for another hour. But I love it. I love doing things with intention. Boiling the kettle, knowing it's going to take a while. You have to be really sure you want that cup of tea. Some ASMR for you. I've been getting a lot of feeling quite, not run down, but my throat, my head feels a bit full. I don't feel ill. I think it's the summer solstice is opening a portal. I think it's causing activations in our energy centers, so throat, especially the sacral. I've been getting a lot of signs that there's been going to be a sacral awakening for me. I don't know if everyone else as well, but for me specifically. And just feeling really tired. I've been sleeping for 14 hours and my body just is refusing to do anything. So I'm listening to my body. And also, I've got this rash on my leg. Sorry if you're a bit squeamish. I've never had this before. I don't know if I need antibiotics, but I really don't want to take antibiotics. So this is what's happening with me right now. But I'm just so happy to be in nature. This is what I needed. Thank you, universe, for divinely orchestrating this. Sometimes you try to control every aspect of your life too much, and the universe is I don't know who you think you are controlling things like this. I had a bit of speaking to my family. I don't know, there's a lot of, not friction, but when trying to deal with people, trying to have a relationship with people who see the world completely different to you. A very reactive rather than reflective. It's really difficult, I'm finding, to maintain relationships with people like this at the moment. And I just feel a call to go in solitude. I really don't have energy at the moment to give out, to like situations, environments that don't make my soul feel good, make me feel on edge, make me feel tension. I went onto YouTube and a video popped up, and my angels use internet and YouTube to send me messages, and they sent me this poem. I'm going to read it to you because I think maybe someone out there needs to hear it as well. It's called The Alchemist by Donna Ashworth, and it's from the book To the Woman. You took your weeping wounds and stitched them into safe spaces, gardens in which love could grow. You took your deepest suffering and mixed it with forgiveness until its colour bloomed with gold and orange like the first sunrise of a fresh start. You took your past and yanked on its chains, poured it out from the root and wrapped it around your breaking bones until it softened like butter, spreading out its submission for those coming next. You are not just woman, just mother, just wife, just lover. You are an alchemist. You are a maker of magic from dirt. Wow. It actually made me cry, and I was waiting to be picked up in a car park and I cried. The reflection I had on the poem was, no matter how many times people, the world, try to break your spirit, try to harden your shell, you never let it happen. You always lead with love and you forgive. You forgive, you forgive. You don't forget, but you forgive. You never let other people's behaviours, action towards you harden your heart. You remain soft, and that is your superpower. That is your superpower. Remaining soft in a world that profits on your numbness, on your hardened heart. That, like, people make fun of sensitivity and being emotional. That is a superpower. Vulnerability is a superpower that I'm establishing. I'm learning to present your heart to people. Not everyone can do that, but you can. I feel like a saleswoman. That's what made me emotional. You opening your heart is going to attract other people opening their hearts, and you won't have seen the Honduras vlog yet. Well, I didn't even film them, I don't think, but I met a group of people, a group of boys that their hearts were so open, and I was gobsmacked. I was like, wow. For the first time, I was like, my manifestations are coming true. People were like, I'm having heart-to-heart conversations with people on the first day. I'm a different person to who I was before I entered Honduras. So if you just read my last vlog, I don't know who that is, but I love her. I'm a new person now. I'm trying to change from the narrative of victimhood, because I believe we choose every circumstance in our life before we're born. We choose the life that we're going to live because we need to learn the lessons to evolve our soul. And we choose the family we are born into, I believe. And instead of thinking, why me? Why is this happening to me? I've changed to, why did I choose this? Why did the soul that came onto this earth, why did they choose this? What lessons do I need to learn from this? And a lot of things have been coming up from my childhood. Just feeling really alone, and thoughts were coming up of what I basically used to when I, very young age, and it's crazy to me, maybe like 13, 12, I used to daydream about myself being in dangerous situations like that put me in hospital, and people coming to visit me in hospital because I felt so alone and isolated that I thought the only way to be seen was when I was hurt. And songs keep playing in random places, like say Lady Gaga, and it's really forcing me to reflect on that era of my life. And I don't have many memories from that period of my life, and I feel like I've got to a place of healing and stability in my body where I'm now able to process these things and not avoid them and confront them face on. So I just want to, I don't know why I felt called to share that. That was a bit too TMI information. Maybe someone out there is also feeling like they're reverting back to old memories, old reflections, but you're not reverting back. They're coming up for a reason, and just sit and reflect. And wow, it was really painful for me to sit with that. I felt like a stiffness in my chest, and that's everything that I'm feeling is what I didn't feel 15 years ago. So I'm just allowing myself to feel it, allowing everything to come up. And I'm going to try and spend I'm here for 4 nights. Try and spend it away from technology, away from distractions, and really face what wants to be seen. Not even face, hug, give love. Treat the person who was neglected in some way the way she was supposed to be treated, or he. And I'm just sending so much love to you, anyone who's listening. You can do this. So I'm going to take you through my summer solstice, and it will just be spending time in nature. There's a baby goat like 10 meters away, so I'm going to go make friends with the baby goat. I'm going to chase some butterflies, put my feet on the earth and ground myself. And we'll make a comparison, see how I feel now, not so good, and see how I feel in 4 days. Okay? Morning. It's currently 11, I think. We're eating some granola, some natural yogurt, banana, granola and hazelnuts. This is my first meal of the day. What's wrong? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with these babies? I'm supposed to be hanging up my washing, but I can see the goats. The goats are calling. Let's go see what the goats want. Hi! What's wrong? Are you okay? Say hi! Oh, here's the baby. Hi! Let's say hi to the others. Hi! Hi, little cuties! Hi! Wow! Oh, you're so cute! I'm scared. Hi! Hi! Hi, little cutie! Hi! Hi! Hi, babies! I don't know what happened. The interruption. I'm trying to make an effort to be present while I'm eating. I'm currently the owners of this farm I'm staying on. They've gone out for the day, so they kindly said I can use the swimming pool, which is next to their main house. But it's a bit rainy today, and I've been through the wars. Remember I said I had a rash on my leg? On my knee I thought it was just a spot, so I squeezed it, but I think it was actually a blister from the rash. And when I tell you, my knee swelled up to twice the size. I couldn't walk. It was excruciatingly painful. It was hot, infected. Luckily, I was given some coamoxiclav by the doctors when I came home from the hospital. And I think There was a reason I was given the antibiotics, because that was the exact antibiotics I needed for this infection. I've got some, I finished the course, it was only 2 days, and my knee's getting a lot better. But I've got some amoxicillin that is 2 months out of date from when I had tonsillitis last year, so I don't know. I think I'll just take the risk. Also, I found some eschar on my wound, which is necrotic or dead skin. So I had to debride my own wound this morning. This is too much information. I'm sorry if you're squeamish. And lucky I've got topical antibiotics as well. Taking normal antibiotics, got topical antibiotics, and yeah, I've been nursing myself. But all of the summer solstice plans I didn't even have plans, but I think I was guided here to just rest. I released so much. We're entering Cancer season, so emotions are heightened. Every old wound that you have is coming to the surface to be healed. I really think I'm going through it must be like 7th spiritual awakening. They're never as hard as the first spiritual awakening because you don't know what the hell is up. But I went for a small dark night of the soul, which is when all your suppressed traumas, wounds, suppressed emotions, like cyclical patterns, harmful patterns come to the surface and you're forced to face it. And last night I was just thinking, maybe on a spiritual level, depression isn't just something going on in the brain. Maybe it's people going through spiritual awakenings, but they're just resisting. Because when I went through my first spiritual awakening, that dark night of the soul lasted about a year because I just was refusing to address anything that was coming up. And I actually didn't know how to sit with my emotions, so that's why it lasted so long. But this time, I get quite excited when I'm going for a new spiritual awakening because I want all the dirt to be lifted up. I want to be a fresh, clean slate so I can interact in the world as an embodied person, the person my soul came here to be. But yeah, that was a bit of a tangent. I forgot what I was actually talking about. I just rested. A lot of wounds are coming up, a lot of mother wounds, feeling like I'm not enough. Self-image, body image, imposter syndrome, comparison. And it was difficult. I just cried. I cried and cried. I've cried a lot this last 3 days. And last night I had the most magical experience. I came out here and stargazed, and there were so many fireflies, lightning in the background, shooting stars up above. It was honestly magical. I felt so connected to the universe. When I look up at the night sky, I don't know. I feel like that's my home. Like, does anyone else look at the night sky and feel like that's where they came from? Let me know if you do. I feel so connected to the night sky, and I need to spend more time out at night, healing my relationship with darkness. Basically, it's been unsafe for women to be out at night, so that's the relationship I'm healing. I was kind of getting a bit insecure as well about posting this video because nothing exciting is happening. And then I was reflecting, does anything exciting need to happen if I'm kind of sharing my voice, sharing my truth? I feel like social media is made to be a place of expression and creative expression and voicing yourself. And we've got to a stage where in our minds, if it's not exciting, high impact, high adrenaline, then it's not worth seeing. But maybe there's beauty in the small, normal moments of the day, like hanging out the washing, letting other people know that what they're going through is not just them. You never know which crazy thought I'm having. Could be these flies, I'm sorry. I think God is trying to teach me patience and acceptance. I watched a video of a lady talking about we swat flies like they're not part of like the universe. Every living thing carries a soul, carries an essence, and if we look at flies in that way and just accept them for as God's creation. So That's the current stage of learning I'm in, to accept flies and accept their annoyance. But yeah. So this summer solstice vlog wasn't all that I expected, but maybe it's what I needed. I think I'm going to leave it here. Nothing much is happening. Just caring for my wound, swatting flies, and just relaxing. Ow! Oh my god, that one bit me. Oh. Okay, on that note, goodbye.